Hey, it's your buddy Peace and Harmony with you here today. Zooming in on a covert manipulation tactic, and that is the tactic of minimizing. Minimizing is one essentially when one is essentially able to minimize the importance of your feelings, needs, wishes, really your desires, and subjugates those to really a realm that does not merit their attention, your worthiness, and involves a lot of blame shifting, really to the point where you end up feeling guilty for bringing up your viewpoint, bringing up your needs, even just having a general healthy and balanced relationship with a covert narcissist. And if we look at the telltale signs, the pattern of the covert narcissist, it is typified essentially by an extreme pathological self-centeredness. So we're not talking about just a general form of self-centeredness. We're really referring to a situation where someone is pathological, and it's really to the point where it's actually hurting others. It's neglectful of others. It's detrimental to others. It's to the point where they are superseding your needs. They're ignoring or minimizing your needs. They're saying you're crazy, that's not important, that's not relevant, and they're essentially trying to knock you off of your position, which usually is very much founded in reality or truth. So as you bring these situations to light, something that is meaningful to you, something that is important to you, something that you have, to essentially discuss with them, the covert narcissist will essentially minimize or not give life to your position or your viewpoint. And minimize it meaning relegating it to the unimportant, the irrelevant, and just, really not address it. So it's this ignoring really that tends to perpetuate in a covert narcissist relationship. And it really, I think in the beginning of a relationship with a covert narcissist, this essentially is not an issue because so much energy is placed on trying to satisfy them, please them, really kind of put them at the center of the universe, the center of the world, the center of everything that's so important, because really they've established that relationship with you just by virtue of perhaps their first attraction. Them being, the one that is worthy of all the attention. Just even through their quietness, that had very much resonated with either the family members or as an original spouse and had originally attracted you. And then as you get through the love bombing phase and you kind of really fit into that role, you fit into that groove very nicely, it's really not until years later that one really identifies that there is something missing. There's something that you're not getting back. It just kind of like starts to get your attention. And you might begin to pay attention to it and kind of detect that perhaps something is there, but you don't really know how to articulate it. So it's very much a learning of the emotional dynamics within a covert narcissist and knowledge of the disorder itself that helps you get some footing on your ground and really puts things to light in terms of, hey, I'm really not getting something back here. Something is not really on the level. Something here is not on the up and up. And I feel that something should be a little bit different. I feel like something is a little bit awry, something is a little bit off. And it really starts to put a burden and a stress on you because you realize that you're really kind of carrying around this void or this something missing, and it's because of that minimization, that minimizing. The covert narcissist has a tendency to develop in really the people who are closely related to them. And the people who are most intimate, really closest to them, for example, a spouse, will see this and feel this and notice this above really and beyond what a passerby or an acquaintance at work or even some of the more extended family members might acknowledge. So oftentimes this minimizing is suffered silently. while others don't in their environment don't really relate to what you're bringing up. So we get a lot of this blame shifting, a lot of this further denial, further minimizing. Oh, just deal with it. Oh, you don't know what you're talking about. You know, this is how they are. And just essentially telling you to accept it and minimize it. And that is not where you should really be coming from. You should be coming from a place of a little bit more righteousness and what is essentially your personal power. Your personal power is where your needs, interests, wishes, and desires are discussed and addressed, acknowledged and applauded, and accepted, and not minimized, not negated over, not denied, not depersonalized. So be very careful of this minimizing technique, either from the covert narcissist or other quote-unquote family members who are on the bandwagon, because it can really feel like you're alone in the journey and unrepresented in the journey. And you really do need to give light and life to your position, your personal power, your place in the family. And if they're not willing to hear you out, acknowledge you, give you eye contact, really exist in sort of a structure of accountability, then the wound is just going to perpetuate, and you need to really have a serious consideration with yourself and really kind of discover what will be the next really best steps, so you don't continue to perpetuate this wound of minimization and depersonalization moving forward. And that is often done best by going no contact, and then utilizing some of the tools here that we discuss on the channel to get your personal power back and move on with your life successfully. Peace and harmony with you here today. I hope these videos do help. Please share and please subscribe for more great tools, videos, discussion, and support.